Welcome to my channel, where today we'll be counting down the top 10 Isekai anime, or anime where the main character gets transferred to another world with overpowered abilities. If this topic interests you, make sure you stick around till the end of the video, as there might just be some anime on this list that'll surprise you. But with all that being said, let's get right into the top 10. First up on this list we have Wise Man's Grandchild. In a kingdom of Earlshide, Merlin Wolford was once regarded as the nation's hero, hailed for both his power and achievements. Preferring a quiet life, however, he secludes himself deep within the rural woods, dedicating his time to raising an orphan that he saved. This orphan is Shin, a normal salaryman in modern-day Japan who was reincarnated into Merlin's world, while still retaining all of his past memories. As the years pass, Shin displays unparalleled talent in both magic casting as well as martial arts, much to Merlin's constant amazement. On his 15th birthday, however, it becomes apparent that Shin only has developed his combat skills and nothing else, leaving him with a blatant social awkwardness, a lack of common sense, and a subpar sense of responsibility. As a result, Shin enrolls at the kingdom's magic academy to hone his skills and mature among the other teenagers. However, he soon realizes that living a normal life is impossible, as he is established as a local celebrity almost as soon as he arrives. Wise Man's Grandchild follows Shin Wolford's high school life in the capital as he attempts to make new friends, learn about the world, and fight off various forces of evil surrounding both him and his city. Coming in at the 9th place on this list, we have Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. As a part of a mysterious contract agreed upon by a goddess and his parents years ago, Makoto Misumi finds himself sent to another world to meet a goddess and become a hero. However, the deity deems Makoto to be hideous, refusing to even lay eyes upon him, and revokes him of his heroic title. As a compensation, the goddess disdainfully gives him the ability to understand all languages except for the human language. After doing so, she drives Makoto off to the furthest edges of the wasteland, far away from human civilization. However, due to the disparity between Earth and his new world, Makoto's inherent physical and magical capabilities awaken, making him extremely powerful. He meets various demi-humans and mythological beings, who all end up being captivated with his characteristics and join Makoto in building his new community, where all of them can coexist peacefully. Nevertheless, despite his success, Makoto still yearns to meet his fellow humans in a world where the goddess herself has barred him from interacting with his own kind. It is up to Makoto and his companions to fulfill his desire, and perhaps reform society along the way. Making way for the 8th spot on this list, we have Recreators. Humans have designed countless worlds, each born from the unique imaginations from its creators. Sota Mizushino is a high school student who one day aspires to be a creator by writing and illustrating his own light novel. One day, while watching anime for inspiration, he briefly is transported into a fierce fight scene. When he returns to the real world, he realizes something is amiss. The anime's headstrong heroine, Celicia Eupatilia, has somehow returned with him. And it is not long until other fictional characters begin appearing in the real world, carrying both the hopes and scars of their previous homes. A princely knight, a magical girl, and a ruthless brawler alongside many others now crowd the streets of Japan. However, the most mysterious one of them all is a woman dressed in full military uniform, dubbed Ganpaku no Hime Ejime, who knows far more than she should about the creator's world. Despite this, no one knows her true name, or which world she came from. Meanwhile, Sota and Alicia work together with Mitoria Usterais, a calm and composed librarian NPC, to uncover the meaning behind these unnatural events. With powerful forces at play, the once clear line between reality and imaginations continue to blur, leading to a fateful meeting between creators and those who they created. Next up in the 7th spot on this list, we have Saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya von de Greshaff is a young soldier infamous for her predatorial-like ruthlessness and uncanny technical aptitude, earning her the nickname of the Devil of Rhine. Underneath this innocent appearance, however, lies the soul of a man who challenged Being X, the self-proclaimed god, to a battle of wits, which resulted in him being reincarnated as a little girl into a world of magical warfare. Hellbent on defiance, Tanya resolves to ascend the ranks of her country's military as it slowly plunges into world war. However, her perceptive actions and combat initiative have an unintended side effect, propelling the mighty empire into becoming one of the world's most powerful nations in mankind's history. The story of Saga of Tanya the Evil follows a young girl as she is willing to do whatever it takes to return to the peaceful life that she once knew, all the while being forced to outsmart the omnipotent godlike Being X. In its 6th place, we've got the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. The world's greatest assassin has sworn his lifelong allegiance to an organization that raised him. However, despite his loyalty, the very same organization takes action to silence him, ultimately leading to his demise. Drowning in frustration and regret he can no longer suppress, he finds himself in an audience with the goddess, attracted to him by his exceptional skills. The goddess offers him reincarnation into the magnificent world of swords and magic, so he can perform a crucial mission to prevent the world's destruction by slaying its hero. Accepting the goddess's request, he is reborn as Le Toide, the son of a noble family of assassins serving the Avalon Kingdom. Under the guidance of his father, Le learns new assassination techniques that significantly differ from his cold-blooded and unsympathetic killing style of his previous life. Furthermore, his other talents bloom, allowing him to meet new allies and acquaintances. Even so, Le knows that his efforts are far from adequate, because his monumental adversaries such as a hero can only be defeated with perfection. Making our way to the halfway point on this list, in at 5th place we have No Game, No Life. This anime is a surreal comedy that follows Sora and Shiro, a pair of shut-in neat siblings who also happen to be an online gaming duo behind the legendary username Blank. They view the real world as just another lousy game. However, when a strange email challenges them to a game of chess, it changes everything. The siblings are plunged into an otherworldly realm where they meet Tet, the god of games. The mysterious god welcomes Sora and Shiro to Discord, a world where all form of conflict, from petty squabbles to the fate of whole countries, are settled not through wars but through the way of high-stake games. This system works thanks to the fundamental rule wherein each party must wager something they deem to be equal value of the other party's wager. In this strange land, where the very idea of humanity is reduced to child's play, the indifferent genius gamer duo of Sora and Shiro have finally found a reason to keep playing games, to unite all 16 races of Discord, defeat Tet, and become the gods of this new world. Taking up the 4th spot on this list is Drifters. At the Battle of Sekigahara in the year of 1600, Toyohisa Shimazu is the rear guard for his retreating troops and is critically wounded when he suddenly finds himself in a modern and gleamingly white hallway, faced with only one stoic man named Murasaki, as well as hundreds of doors on either side. Toyohisa is pulled into the nearest door and into a world completely unlike his own. This strange land is populated by all manner of fantastical creatures, as well as warriors from different eras, who have been long thought to be dead, quickly befriending the infamous warlord Nobunaga Oda and the ancient archer Yuichi Tsukitake Nasu. Toyohisa learns of the political unrest tearing through the continent. Furthermore, they have been summoned as drifters in an attempt to fight against the Ends, people who are responsible for the creation of the Ort Empire and are trying to annihilate all of the drifters. As the Ends grow more powerful, so does the Empire's persecution of elves and other demi-humans. It is now up to Toyohisa and his group of unconventional heroes to battle in a brand new world war to help the Empire's subjects while protecting the land to claim for themselves and challenging the Ends. Starting off our top 3, we have Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. Despite being bullied, scorned, and oppressed all of his life, a 34-year-old shut-in still found the resolve to attempt something heroic, only for it to end in a tragic accident. But in a twist of fate, he awakens in another world as Rudius Greyrat, starting life again as a newborn baby. Preserving all of his memories and knowledge from his previous life, Rudius quickly adapts to his new environment. With the mind of a grown adult, he starts to display magical talent that exceeds all expectations, honing his skills with the help of a mage named Roxy Magurta. As Rudius' second chance of life begins, he tries to make the most of his new opportunities while conquering his traumatic past, all the while unaware of the grandiose adventure that is soon to begin. Coming in at 2nd place is Overlord. The final hour of a popular virtual reality game, Yggdrasil, has come to an end. However, Momonaga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild Ainz Ol Gon, decides to spend his last few moments in the game as the server begins to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock having struck midnight, Momonaga is still fully conscious, as his character and moreover the non-player characters appear to have developed a personality of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonaga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world. with hopes of figuring out what has caused this development and if there are any others that have found themselves in this same predicament. And finally, taking the #1 spot on this list is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker who is perfectly content with his mundane lifestyle in Tokyo, and in the midst of a casual encounter with his colleague, he falls victim to a random assailant on the street and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a strange voice echoes in his mind and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. While Satoru regains consciousness, he discovers that he has been reincarnated as a ball of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably the power to devour anything and mimic its appearance and abilities. He then stumbles upon a sealed catastrophe-level monster, the storm dragon Veldora, who has been sealed away for the past 300 years for devastating a town to ash. Sympathetic to his predicament, Satoru befriends him, promising to assist in destroying the seal. In return, Veldora bestows upon him the name Rimuru Tempest and grants him divine protection. Now free from the shackles holding back his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. Along the way, he meets new friends and allies, and together they work towards bringing change to this new world. Well, there you have it, my list of the top 10 isekai anime with an overpowered main character. If you've made it to the end of this video and enjoyed it or found it helpful, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel as I will be uploading new videos every week. In addition to that, if you have any genres that you would like for me to cover in future videos, let me know down in the comment section. But with all that being said, until next time, signing out.